Okay, there we go. All right. At least one live's working. And all streams are good to go. Yeah. Okay. So it's Live Kingman. We're here on Discord with a live broadcast for Live Kingman Live. It is 7:16 on the 8th of January. Yesterday we had our first snow. More of sleet than snow, but we had it. And it is cold out there today. Let's go over and check the temperature, right? Of course, we have a record low, it says. Pretty cold. 41 degrees currently. Oh no, 27 degrees currently with a high of 41. So maybe about 11 o'clock, it looks like we might reach about 40 or so, 11 or noon. And then it's going to be cold. Okay. Let's hop over and check the page real quick. See what else it says. The weather. What do we have here? %47 humidity, barometer at 30 and rising, and 2 miles an hour out of the northeast with the wind. If you don't know, you can see our Kingman Live Weather Cam on YouTube or on our website, livekingman.sowronggaming.fun. Okay. Historical data. I don't think we've had a colder all year. Let's see. Will it be last January, February? No, that's pretty cold. Definitely a record. Okay, let's hop over and see what we got going on this week. Let's pull it up here. Okay, that's better. So we got still no guests and no people showing up in the Discord, but if you go to livekingman.sowronggaming.fun, at the very bottom there's a Discord link under Contact Us, and that brings you right into this Discord server where you can read messages, leave messages, talk to other Kingman people. Okay. See if we have anything from the Kingman City. They made an announcement, of course, you know, the winter break is done. That means school buses are back on the roads. Be careful out there. We had on December 30th, so this is still a week ago, a KPD officer-involved shooting on Friday the 29th at about 7:40 p.m. The Kingman Police Department responded to a residence in the 1700 block of Golden Gate Avenue and reported domestic violence. While officers were arriving, Andrew Philip Romero, 39 of Arizona, of Kingman, exited the residence with a firearm. Romero refused officers' command to drop the firearm. Romero pointed the firearm towards officers, and officers fired their weapons, striking Romero. They flew him to Sunrise Medical Center in Las Vegas in critical condition. Well, I guess the police department doesn't have very much there. Let's actually go over to, maybe they don't keep up their Facebook page like most places around here. They don't have someone specifically for that. But if you're paying an advertiser for it, it's not a good idea. When you pay advertisers, the whole idea behind social media is to spread the word. You don't have to pay an advertiser to do that. You need partners. You need other businesses in the same area to partner with you. You all share and promote each other's stuff, and that makes everybody promote. If you look at the Live Kingman page, in 3 months we've gone to under 1,000 viewers a month, and we're over 250,000 viewers a month in less than 3 months. Very easy to do. We can show you how to do it, and you can do it mixed with, of course, your website and other social medias besides Facebook. Since 2002, we have a proven history of Kingman pool players. We have over 15 years of records on the website, and it is archived to archive.org because Kingman Pool Players website doesn't exist anymore. But if you still do a search, our Facebook page comes up number one. Number one when you're looking for pool players in this area or stuff about tournaments, we still come up number one. You can own the traffic, especially for a small area or a small section, quite easily. You don't need to pay someone to do it. And paying these advertising companies, and they're paying a third-party company, you don't know where your money's going. Let's keep it local, and let's share it amongst ourselves. Create our own community and partners with businesses, and get the word out there. We don't need to pay someone to do that. So let's go over to City of Kingman and see if they have any more on their actual website. If you do have a website, that information can be shared to your social medias automatically, so you don't have to post in 42 places. You post once on your website handles everything else. There's not much here either. They have a warning of scams, December 13th. DUI patrols through December and New Year's, also posted on the 13th. So, see what else we got. No, I don't see anything up to date. Tons of policies and things like that, but no up-to-date news. So, of course, we're going to go to the standard, as it doesn't cost to view it online. And should our news be paid by advertisers? Should our news be decided by some big company that says, hey, I'm going to spend a bunch of money and I'm going to make you believe this? No, it shouldn't. News should be non-profit. There's no reason to make a profit off people suffering. And that way you also guarantee that you're going to get the actual story. There is a huge movement in the United States and other countries to turn the news to nonprofit, to turn newspapers. There's nonprofits buying up newspapers. There's newspapers becoming nonprofits. And this is an important step in our news gathering and news reporting, because we don't want some company, having control of our news. We've had that, and while it works fairly well, I mean, it's not like they're trying to subvert it, but what happens when you report and you try and be the first person on the scene? You got 15 reporters there, all with different stories, getting little pieces, and if that's the only part of the story you read, you never get the whole story. But then they follow up with the story and fill in the pieces that they couldn't get right instantly at the live story. The new way of news is if you put it up live and someone has information, they can add to it. Of course, you get a lot of public opinion. You get people, like you have trolls, of course, on Facebook, but you can eliminate those and push those out and get your people that are really going to help you. But once again, it's a community. It's a community of people that have to come together and do it instead of having it done for us. Okay. Well, we have some newer stuff here. Of course, they came out on Wednesday, so these stories are going to be January 5th. Looks like, which was just a few days ago. So we're on the 8th right now, so the 5th. We have an indecent exposure. Gets 11 years, 11.25 years in prison for a Kingman man who denies sexual activity with an 8-year-old girl. Monte Anderson, 53, was sentenced Tuesday, January 2nd by Judge Billy Sipe. So that's newer than what we had on the police department site, but let's see. Also on the 5th, we have a few more here. Vaughn gets 4-year term plus 60. Multiple sex offense convictions and tough Arizona sentencing laws result in mammoth punishment for a Kingman man, Alexander Vaughn, 28, who was given 4 consecutive life terms plus 60 more years in prison during a January 2nd sentencing hearing at Mojave County Law and Justice Center in Kingman. Okay. Seems like we're getting a lot of these lately, right? This is also a story from January 3rd in the Standard newspaper. In school news, the following students have been named to the Dean's List. Ooh, at University of Jamestown. Looks like Fort Mojave and Lake Havasu. Let's see, and then we have another one on the 5th here. Shows our Mojave County Supervisor, Buster Johnson. And it's talking about the board meeting, of course. At their last board meeting, the Mojave County Board of Supervisors unanimously approved a letter of opposition regarding a proposed rule by the Securities and Exchange Commission that would authorize the listing of natural asset companies, NACs, as a novel investment vehicle on the New York Stock Exchange. Supervisor Buster Johnson brought that item forward for the board's consideration after digging deeper into what this proposed rule meant. The rule raises many concerns, particularly for federal lands, including those in Mojave County. The implementation of this rule would enable these lands to be enrolled in NACs, which would basically necessitate their management for sustainable purposes, Johnson stated. The rule attempted to profit from and control essential elements such as the air we breathe by protecting resources and increasing ecosystem services, providing value to NACs and returns to shareholders. Well, trying to make money off federal lands. Of course they all do, right? They lease it to ranchers so the ranchers can make cattle for us, food. There's a lot of ways we use federal lands. Let's see if we have anything else. Pretty much it skips back into December for them. Of course, we can check the miner. And we'll get some headlines probably. And see what they got. But paying for your news here. Well, they reported on the same story just a little bit differently. Beale Street construction almost ready for phase 3. I reported on the stuff doing phase 2. And you can see that video on our website. And so they also have several here. County to receive $300,000 to curb fentanyl. So they're going to use that for fighting the fentanyl. Proposed House bill would allow the release of prisoners suffering from terminal illness. Fort Mojave residents demand supervisors reconsider power plant zoning. Had local thieves targeting Kia and Hyundai vehicles. That's unusual, huh? But sure enough, you can't read the articles, only the titles, unless you subscribe or pay. And really, in the world of subscriptions, magazines, newspapers, and others in the print world, subscriptions don't pay for the magazine to be printed or the newspaper to be printed, and now to be put online. I mean, there's no ink, there's no paper, there's no cost of printing and delivering, and that's what the subscription price was delivering it to you. And now they're mailing it, so they need that subscription price to cover the mail. But all the printing cost, all the cost of reporters and the building and all that is all covered by advertising dollars, not by you paying for subscriptions. And when you change a model from, I used to have a guy delivering a newspaper to me every day, to, oh, I'm going to mail it to you once a week, you're still the news, but you've gone from a daily to a weekly. So, and now we're doing a weekly broadcast, but we plan on going to a daily broadcast. You want to go up, not down. The standard has always been a weekly, and they have increased their subscriptions and their readership with all this. But when I went to them, it had to be 30 years ago, almost 20 years ago, and told them about the digital revolution and that I could help them, navigate through. They could see the coming wave, and they got on board. If you look at our stats on just our Facebook page, you can see that all of our products, King of Pool Players, Service Club Charity Pool Leagues, things like that, bypass minor products like the Prospector. Our Live Kingman page, as well as our American Legion page, and our I know there's another one up there that's sitting right around 1,000 people, are getting ready to pass the minor. And I'm one person doing this part-time, and I shouldn't be able to pass a local news agency. Okay, we'll get rid of the minor. Let's hop over to, of course, Facebook and see what we have coming up for events. And maybe we have some more information on here. Okay. Well, that camera switching off and off. Still don't see any visitors. No one wants to talk about Kingman, huh? Okay. Oh. Oh, well, we have a few here. Of course, we have happening now, Fast Strong, 71 people interested, The Secret Soap Shop, LLC in Kingman. Lift the Sky Workshop, Beale Street Studios. Ladies Crafting Get Together, Mojave County Library. Let's see, free belly dancing today at 9 a.m. The Ladies Crafting was at 11. The Lift the Sky Workshop is at noon. Free belly dancing classes at 9 a.m. Happening now is lip blush sale at Secret Glam Society. Let's see, Monday, January 8th, that would be today, at 5 p.m., NFL Yet Academy at Kingman Academy, high school basketball. Tomorrow, January 9th, at 1 p.m., Tai Chi for arthritis and fall prevention, which I highly recommend as you get older. If you did yoga or Tai Chi for balance and fall prevention and arthritis pain, and you had started earlier, it would help more. I had to start very early because I have a lot of pain, and it has helped a lot with my mobility and my balance. Let's see, Sunday, January 28th. Well, that's quite a ways off. But they're building trails at Surbat Cliff Golf Course. They're, if you know that hole that goes up against the side of the mountain, that tee, and then you can, right alongside the highway, tee off, go in the same direction as the traffic, and it really goes out there because you're teeing off the side of the mountain. But they're working on that trail. This Friday at 1 p.m. we have free in-person training workshop on supported decision making, and that's at the Arc of Mojave County on Airway. Friday, January the 19th at 5:30 p.m. we have a paint night, eclectic quail in Kingman. January 25th at 5:30 p.m. we have Potted Hearts Pizza and Paint Night, 532 East Beale Street. Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. we have From Chaos to Calm, 309 East Beale Street. Thursday, January 18th is comedian Ben Bailey at Beale Celebrations. Saturday, January 27th at 11 a.m. we have Paint with Kathy, Winter Aurora. That's at Beale Street Studios. On Monday, February the 5th, we have a book club, The Four Agreements, at 309 East Beale Street. Saturday, January 27th at noon, Cowboy Up with Us to honor Dave. Oh, looks like a celebration of life. Which is always sad, you know. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. we have the January monthly meeting for, what is that? It's at Calico's. A Bait of Arizona, Coyote Pass. And let's see, this Wednesday at 7 p.m. we have the monthly meeting of High Desert Astronomy Club at Kingman Regional Medical Center. If you like astronomy and watching the stars, which this is a great area to do it in. As we get more people, we get more lights, and we got light pollution. But you can go just a short distance out of town or into the mountains and get great views. Great views. This Saturday at 10 a.m. they're going to have a macrame plant hanger class. Desert Indulgence. Wednesday, February 7th at 4 p.m. we're going to have Bird Haven Rescue. Our Place Diner in Golden Valley. We're back to Survat Cliffs, this Sunday at 11 a.m. Trail building. Sunday, January 21st at 8 a.m. there's a $20 Arizona Concealed Carry Permit course at 3FW 10386 on John L. in the Kinglands. This Friday at 6 p.m. we have Real Woman Celebration Dinner, 3120 Wallapai Mountain Road. This Thursday at 4:30 p.m. we have Title I Data and Literacy Night at Desert Willow Elementary School. Tuesday, January the 9th, 5:30 we have Kingman versus Yuma Catholic, which is girls basketball, and it'll be at the Kingman High School. Saturday, February the 3rd at 8 a.m. Res Gen Men's Summit 2024 at Journey Church. Also Saturday at 8 a.m. this Saturday. That Men's Summit is on February the 3rd, so that's still a month away. But they have a men's breakfast this Saturday at 8 a.m. at Journey Church. This Saturday at noon, they have an old-time Circle Jam at Mike's Route 66 Outpost and Saloon. That's out on your way to Hackberry, out past Valley Vista. Tuesday, January the 30th, that's almost a month away, we have Connecting to Spirit, the 16 High Street, Kingston, Ohio. I don't think that is actually here. Let's see. Yeah. I don't know how this got mixed in with Kingman stuff, but don't go to that. It's in Ohio. 2024 Intentional Setting, Eclectic Quail. Thursday, January 18th at 4 p.m. they have an away game, Flagstaff High School versus Lee Williams High School. Of course, that'll be at Flagstaff. This Wednesday at 11:30 a.m. Tri-City Workforce Excellence Series Information Event at 309 East Beale. This Wednesday at 5 p.m. PTVO monthly meeting at Desert Willow Elementary School. This Thursday, 7 p.m. at the Comedy Night at Sundowner. Friday, January 12th at 7 p.m. is Karaoke Night with Ingrid at Kingman Moose Lounge. This Wednesday at 4 p.m. the college is having a CDL open house, so if you want to be a truck driver. January 16th at 6 p.m. Sundowner Saloon Paint Night with Art Uncorked. Okay. Now we're getting into February, it looks like. Let's see. This Wednesday at 6 p.m. there's a scout meeting at Golden Paradise Landowners in Golden Valley. Wednesday, January 10th at 9:30 a.m. is the Men's Journey Group again. We'll get into February again here. Another Journey Group, same thing. This Wednesday at 4 p.m. open house at 1971 Jaggerson. That sounds like the college. I think that's the same thing for the trucker CDL thing. Sunday, January 21st at 12 p.m. VFW 2555 in Golden Valley is having, it looks like, learn to paint step by step with Cynthia instruction while enjoying an evening with family and friends. Cost is $20, includes canvas, instruction, and paints. So it's a paint class out at VFW 2555. BMHS versus, that's February 1st. B&H Junk Removal, January 8th at 11 a.m. in Golden Valley. January 18th at 8 a.m. Active Cactus Cleaner Member Breakfast. Sunday, January 21st at 8 p.m. Karaoke at the Sundowner, and of course at the 28th as well, and the 18th as well. All at 8 p.m. It looks like every Thursday, karaoke at the Sundowner. That pretty much fills out what we have on events listed. So it is now 7:47. Still don't see any guests or chats. So let's go about looking for some other Kingman stuff to discuss. Of course, what is there, right? There's lots of stuff in Kingman. One of my favorite things is the desert trails. You know, you can just go out and commune with nature for no one around. You might run into some wildlife, and you have some dangers there. Some coyotes and some rattlesnakes, scorpions, mountain lions. So you should always go in a group, or someone should always know where you're going. But most of my life as a kid, I just hopped on a motorcycle or whatever and just hit the desert and flew all over the area, learning all the areas and roads and animals and plants and washes. We have a lot of walking trails too that are more maintained in the Wallapies, Fort Beale area. It's called Monument Valley there. Of course, that was all going to change when they put this new exchange in downtown. That's going to cut right through that area where Fort Beale is and the Fort Beale trails. Of course, the Monolith Gardens is on the other side of the highway there in Coyote Pass. But we'll see how they keep the trails alive. And those trails also at Fort Beale connect to Castle Rock Ridge Trail, which runs all along the mountains out through by Sohi and goes out to some historical points out in the mountains. So if you're into mountains, trails, hiking, Kingman's definitely the area. You know, a lot of wildlife. But of course, as people move in and it gets more populated, you're going to see more and more of that out. You're going to have to go more fringe. But a lot of our community is fringe. You know, they don't think about it. There's only 28,000 people, 30,000 people in Kingman. But you consider Golden Valley's another like 12,000 or something. You got Valley Vistas like 4,000 or 5,000. Hackberry's a few hundred. All the communities out, you know, you have Grand Canyon and Meadview out there. Of course, they can go toward Golden Springs and head towards Vegas, but a lot of them do come to Kingman. And towards the Phoenix area, you got Wickenburg, those some of those come this way, as well as Seligman, up in that area. But those are all small communities. But you have people that are into the rotors who just go out in the middle of nowhere and buy a property. And when you look at Windmill Ranch Estates, which is not far away, same idea, just a community out in the middle of nowhere where people just start building. And so you have a lot of these communities and single places out in the middle of nowhere. These people all drive trucks. They raise animals or plants or whatever. They come to town once or twice a month, but still Kingman is a service area for them. Without Kingman, they would be going to, Phoenix or Vegas or somewhere else, wherever they could get. So we actually service about 60,000 people. And we don't have the services that you would think of a normal town that would service 60,000 to 100,000 people. But one of that reasons is there's 3 big cities in Mojave County. You got Lake Havasu City, you got Bullhead City, and you got Kingman. And all the services are split between those 3 cities, the county services. We got county buildings in every city. It just doesn't seem like a productive use. If you look at most counties in the United States, and they're called townships in other states, there's a county seat for a reason. And the county seat holds all the buildings for the county. And then everybody comes to the county seat, and that way you don't have to build county buildings in every single city in your county. But because our cities are all pretty close to the same size, Havasu and Bullhead are bigger than Kingman, but they all started very small and were small-sized cities and have grown. It just didn't make as much sense to put them all in one place. But really, we could put a centralized location and have all the county services there and avoid, in 3 towns, 3 towns with 3 expensive buildings for administration. Not to mention courthouses and jails and things like that. Of course, we are the county seat at Kingman, so we have the majority of those buildings. But so people don't have to travel out of Lake Havasu and Bullhead just to do business with the county, we also have buildings in every city. Which is unusual when we can't get a Social Security office here. We have to go to Needles, California, or Prescott, another small community, both small communities. But a county with 3 cities in it doesn't have a Social Security office. Doesn't have a lot of services. And you see a lot of people talk about this. But a lot of the community is self-sustaining too. Don't need a lot of services. Of course, we're seeing less and less of this now, but most people who live here, because they live remote, they're into the rotors, they are self-sustainable. And a lot of people are ranchers, farmers. Those are all self-sustainable. They don't need as many services. Hospital being a big one. And that has really improved for this area. But even because it's real remote, there's a lot of flight for life. And got to take people to Phoenix or Vegas because we are remote. Okay, we don't have any guests. We don't have a subject for today. But, of course, I'll stay on the Discord as long as possible this morning to see if we get anybody else. And, of course, every Monday we'll be here discussing Kingman. You want to come discuss with us? Come on down. Like I said, the link is on the bottom of livekingman.sowronggaming.fun. At the very bottom there is a Contact Us Discord link. You can click on that and that'll bring you into this Discord page, which covers all of our products. So not just Live Kingman, but when you get into the Kuhl Productions server, you will see we have Kuhl Productions, Live Kingman, So Wrong Gaming. What else do we have here? Arts and crafts, computers, classes, and administration. Some of these you won't see, they're locked and so you don't get to see those channels. But text channels, we can talk and chat and put, pin something to the top that's that we all want everybody to see. And of course, the voice channels you can do just like this. You can chat in them. You can share screens. We'll be doing the Desert Dialogue and Live Kingman and several So Wrong Gaming things. All come through this Discord channel. Allows you to do in the continued education thing that we were looking at. It allows you to share screens and people can learn about new subjects all right from the comfort of their home while still seeing someone, talking to someone, and working on the projects right here where everybody can see. So thank you for watching, and hopefully these will get longer and more often as we get more interest. You guys have a good day. I'll see you around town.